Your sins weigh upon your soul.
Quick, want to go over my deck. So I made some changes to my deck that I actually really like, and I'm gonna go over broken tokens here. So I've shared the deck quite a bit on YouTube. It's getting tons of views and things like that, which is fantastic. But since that video, I've actually updated this deck quite a bit. So we're just gonna go ahead and go into the deck and just kind of show you what we got here. And again, this is broken tokens. And we're just going to go, again, I apologize, my voice is just crappy today, but we're going to go through it here anyway. So this is the deck I use. So we use Fischl, Oceanid, and Xangling. Now, Xangling, actually, believe it or not, a lot of people will either play Kale in her place or they'll play somebody else. In my opinion, I think Xangling is excellent. The reason she is, we'll take a look at her ability. So she does the Gooba attack on turn 1. She can drop a Gooba that does 2 damage, pyro damage. It has 2 uses. But let's look at let's look at Pyronado for a second and the synergy it has with Oceanid. So it deals 2 damage, and then it creates a Pyronado, which after your character uses a skill, it deals 2 pyro damage and it has 2 uses. The reason why it synergizes so well with Oceanid is because you bring in Xangling, you do that attack on turn 1, or not on turn 1, excuse me. If this is going to be so let me rewind here a second. One of the top archetype decks right now that's going on is the use of Frozen, Chill. You'll notice there was a weekly that was on one of the Discords, a weekly tournament where a majority of the decks that were played is the I can't remember the combination right off the top of my head, but of course water and cryo, hydro and cryo, which would create a freeze. Okay. So what I like about this deck is that if you drop Xangling, you drop the Gooba on turn 1, even if it does or does not have token control, you switch into Rhodia, and when you do, if you're able to draw out the fight, which against that deck you will need to. You are going to have to draw out the fight a bit. You can't just do the turn 1, Fischl, drop a token, Xangling, drop a token, then Rhodia comes in and sweeps. You can't do it with a deck like that. You have to play for the long game. So what I do is I've changed the deck up just a little bit to synergize a little bit better. And that includes using Zhangling's 2 energy elemental burst, which drops that Pyronado. And you can bring in Oceanid and do summons, and on top of that, do damage. So you're doing damage, meanwhile you're dropping tokens. And if you get frozen, that's okay. You do switches into Fischl, who has a weapon now, or you switch into Xangling and you just build up your Pyronado damage, and you keep dropping Goobas, you keep attacking, things like that. So there's ways to get around that freeze, and we'll show you. I've showed a little bit of it during my gameplay here. We've won 28 games, and a few of those games were against that deck. So, but you're going to see more and more of it. I guarantee you're going to see more and more of that deck. It's a really good deck. And then, of course, Titan Torrent. So these are the 3 characters I use. Here is the support cards that I have changed up. As we discovered on this stream, this card right here, this Gambler's Earrings, is extremely good. Extremely good. We found during gameplay right here on this channel that if your tokens defeat a character in between the end turn, the 2 Omni Elements will stay in play. So you start with 8, you will have 10. If you have a Paimon, you'll have 12. That is burst. That's going to be really nice. So Gambler's Earrings is a really nice addition to this deck. I play 2 of them. The biggest change I made is I added a sacrificial bow. The reason I did this, I don't like the cost too much. 3 is too much. I really feel like this card should be a 2. However, it does 1 additional damage, and on top of that, it does create, after the character uses an elemental skill, which is putting out... when you put out a Oz, you do create an elemental die of the same elemental type. So that's adding synergy to your deck. That's the reason why I have this in here. So far, I like it. It's a good card, and I really, really do like that. Let me turn my phone off here in a second. I really do like a little bit the energy that Sacrificial Bow brings into this. Again, if you're going to play the long game, which you're going to need to do against a chill deck, and I'm telling you right now, a recent tournament went 5-0 with a chill deck. Okay, we've seen it twice now. Chill deck is going to be a standard in tournaments. You're going to want to have a Sacrificial Bow. That way, you're able to play the long game against frozen types. Okay. That's why it's in there. So you can drop a Sacrificial Bow, do an attack, bring out a token, and then you can switch to Zhongli. You can't attack, which is okay, but you can drop a Paimon or something like that to make your turn 2 extremely, extremely successful. So that's why I have Sacrificial Bow in there. I dropped that. I dropped 2 of these for. I dropped 1 of these, and I'm still a little on the fence on this. This is a good card because you gain +1 usage on all your tokens, which is good. But I did drop 1 for 1 of these, okay? I do play Jade Chamber. I'm still on the fence on it. I do have 1 of those as well. We got Paimon because it's Paimon. Paimon's an incredible card. Liban, I play 2 of those. Incredible card. Absolutely amazing card. There are times where I don't have anything else I can do. In the next turn, it's going to be successful. I will have Liban accept those 3 elements and create 2 Omni elements the next turn and draw 2 cards. Excellent card. I love it. I played 2 Chang the Knights. This is a card that's debatable. I actually like this card quite a bit. And this does work with tokens. If your tokens trigger an elemental reaction, you'll get an inspiration. So this is good card draw mechanic, good card. I do play 1 Lushu. Okay, 1 Lushu is I only play 1. This is a card that's debatable as well. I'm not too sure about it yet. We'll see. I might put Catherine in there instead. I'm not sure yet. And then I have 2 of the bestest travel companions because I am running 3 different elemental types. So it's good to have 2 Paimons for that. I have 2 Changing Shifts. This is an incredible card that you get basically a switch for free. It coincides with this card right here, which I play 2 of. Leave It to Me. So you're able to switch for free and attack because it counts as a fast action instead of a combat action. I can't say enough about this card, guys. This card right here, best card in the game. I don't care. That's a hill I'm dying on. This is an incredible card. This is the Black Lotus of Genius Invocation. This card is absolutely sick and the Black Lotus of this game, period. There's so many times on the stream just the other day, on Friday, I believe. I played this card. I needed all water energies. I shifted 5 elemental types that I didn't even have all into water. Incredible card. I love that card. Strategize for draw. I do play that card as well, so you can get into your deck more often. I do play 1 I haven't lost yet. I play 1 because every now and then you will sacrifice somebody to get a burst on like Oceanid or somebody like that. I do sacrifices quite a bit for the greater good. This is a tech card right here. Now, I got into an argument with someone on Discord this weekend. I think my record speaks for itself. I'm 28-4 with my deck online with in online match play. This card is amazing. I have a video clip where I made someone rage quit because of this card. This card makes people rage quit. So this person had a fully charged catching, and I had a 1 energy Oceanid with 4 tokens. I had my tokens maxed out. They were at 8. So I played Calx Art, and I switched the energy from Fischl and Xangling onto the Oceanid, which fully charged it up. I turned around and attack for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay? Person rage quit. This is a rage quitter card. This card is amazing. It is a good card. You can use it on Zhongli as well. I have done that, where you can drop a Pyro NATO and then turn around and bring in Oceanid and do a summon and do an additional 2 damage. Sometimes if you do have the electrical reaction, you do 1 damage to everybody else. You can pick up a kill, and if you have an artifact on them, you could, in addition, get an additional energy or 2 energies. So it's an incredible card. It's a tech card. Doesn't work in every deck, but I absolutely love it in this deck. I do play 1 Blessing of the Divine Relics installation. That is if I need to switch the artifact, the earrings, from one character to the other if I'm going to get a kill. And then I play 2 Quick Knits, which increases +1 usage on my tokens. And then I round off the deck with 2 Mushroom Pizzas for healing. So that is my deck. That is the deck I play. We will play this today. I'm probably not going to do any online plays because I definitely want to get into doing the weekly TCG stuff. We're going to hit rank 5 here in a little bit once we beat, I think, 1 person because I only need 75 XP. But you'll see how the deck works a little bit, and you will also see it's just a fun deck. This is an absolutely fun deck.